I don't even like flying in general nowadays. And then flying with a kid, it makes it 10 times harder.
I am so over flying.
Yeah. I used to like flying. Now
I've never liked flying.
It. I like
I hate it.
Traveling. I like being in other places. I hate the having to travel somewhere. Like the process of getting
I always
there.
say I hate the transit of travel.
Exactly.
I like seeing new spots, getting there. I could just do without it.
Yeah.
Like forever.
Forever.
So since, are we rolling now?
Yeah.
Right. So since June, I think I've done 85,000 miles.
85,000 miles.
Yeah.
Man, you must have a nice status right now. Then.
Yeah, I planted some trees as a result because I felt bad.
That's good. That's good, Peter.
I actually did.
And for the Mr. Beast thing?
Yeah.
That thing's so good. Man.
Needless to say, it's just been constant on the road. Part of the reason I've been on the road is because I don't really have a home base right now. Like we said in the last podcast, it's being built. So
Still being built.
We're still there.
Still being built.
We're still waiting.
Anytime now, Peter.
Yeah.
Your stuff is still in that corner.
I'm leaving it in that corner forever.
No, you are not.
Spite you.
All right, I'm taking it.
I'm going to build it into an art piece that is a shrine of my remembrance.
It's like a museum of Peter McKinnon.
Making a new set so you can have another corner. Are you going to have another corner?
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Your videos, so like you've been shooting here now for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Are you not sick of filming into the same corner?
100% I am. And I've done like a few on this. Like back in the day, I used to do a lot in this background. I've done like 1 or 2 videos in this background.
This is my temporary background.
This is your temporary.
Back on this background.
yeah, you've been doing some
People
videos.
are like, huh?
Wait, don't you have your home? Wait, don't you have a real... Wait, what? Where are you?
Exactly. I've probably confused so many people with my backgrounds and setups and offices. They're like, is that Maddie's office? Is it Peter's office? Is Maddie in Peter's office? Do they still share an office? It's to the point that
if I film anything in this office, they're like, isn't that Peter's office?
Still though? Like, that can't
Even
be
if it's
now.
when it's my background, they're like, isn't that Peter's stuff in the background?
It can't be still.
I don't know if that's still, but...
What are your plans for this? For the channel?
I don't know.
Like, moving forward?
I don't know. I mean, we've been doing this for like 3 years now.
Which isn't too long.
Yeah, no, it's not. But it feels like a long time at the same time.
Feels like an eternity.
Like a lot has happened.
I feel like I'm an old YouTuber now.
It feels like it was just yesterday that I met you, but it also feels like, holy crap, a lot of stuff has happened in 3 years.
I've known you my whole life.
Yeah. Oh, man. We should talk about that today.
Yeah.
Just like the whole, what it's been like to be
the journey.
A YouTuber. Do you call yourself a YouTuber? It's kind of a weird label sometimes.
When I started 3 years ago, for the first 2 years, I'd say, you know what? I don't know. I would
always say I'm a filmmaker who does YouTube. And now I'm kind of like, I guess I'm a YouTuber.
It depends who's asking.
Yeah.
It depends how much I want to get into it. Mm-hmm. If it's someone that I'm just bumped into that I don't care to get into the whole explanation of what you do for a living, because that can be a long one.
Yep.
I just say photographer most. I just
default
to that.
Oh, you say photographer stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What are you, photographer? Oh, what do you do for a living? Photographer. Oh, what do you photograph? Things, people, places.
Oh, where do you put them?
Yeah.
Instagram.
I met this one girl and her husband who were like, oh, so what do you do for a living? Photographer. Oh, okay. Like, what kind of stuff do you photograph? Whatever freelance jobs come around.
Yeah.
Oh, like, well, what are some of the companies you've worked for? Like, I don't know, like, I've done stuff, with Apple.
Is this an interrogation
DJI,
or something?
Canon. Oh, okay. So like photography stuff. Like, would I have seen any of your work? I don't know. Probably not. Like, what's the name of your company? Oh, it's like Peter. I didn't want to say who I was. I just wanted to like keep it like real low key, right? Yeah. Like Peter, what? Like your company's name Peter? I'm like, well, it's just my name. She's
it's
like,
just like PM.
I'm like, it's just my name. She's like, well, what's your name? I'm like, Peter McKinnon. And she's like, I feel like I've heard that name before.
No. You haven't.
I bumped into them like a week later, and they're like, "We saw your coffee video online," and I'm like, "Well, just like
covers blown."
Like you just asked who asks 1,000 questions like that?
But they could have already slightly known who you were, and they just wanted you to admit that.
Would you not get the photographer freelance? Like I clearly don't want to just discuss it.
But some people I think are embarrassed if they're like, "Yeah, I know you," and they kind of want you to say who you are. I'm like, I think I know you.
That's why I say it depends. If someone was like, "What do you do?" I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Oh, what does that mean? Like I'm on a town board here, right? This economic business development board.
Sorry, what?
Of new for this town that our studios are in right now. I am on the board of economic business development. And
this is completely news to me.
Yeah. The mayor asked me.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Somehow through your office building, you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
managed to become a board member.
Yeah, I thought I told you that.
Only Peter, no. Only Peter would manage to
thought you
become
knew
a
this.
board member of, what was it,
Economic business development for Newmarket.
Can you just start saying that? Like, Peter McKinnon here, the board member of.
My eyes are watering now. So I went to this meeting, right? Everyone's in a suit.
What does that mean?
I'm at this town meeting, right? At the town. There's
I'm tearing up.
everybody's in suits, and I walk in with like a skinny jeans and a t-shirt, my hat, and yeah. Needless to say, I definitely don't fit in with the rest of the.
What does that actually mean?
I don't know what it means, dude. I don't understand any of that. It's basically, in a nutshell, if I had to explain it, a group of people.
I'm crying here, laughing.
A group of people that talk about and discuss how the town should move forward with business, small business. A lot of the discussion is Main Street, how Main Street is going to be built out. Their plans for businesses on Main, the fire hall, all those different spots that they want to develop into like more of like an urban scene, like Toronto, like the greenhouse, like
See, my immediate
Greenworks.
reaction was like, what the heck are you doing on this board? But as soon as you're listing those things, I was like, oh yeah, you always have such good ideas.
I think they wanted someone that was there's a couple other there's two other younger people. They're older than me, but I think they wanted someone to come in that has like a fresh perspective.
Yeah.
That's because a lot of the people there, man, are like a lot of the meeting was these old people trying to talk about how they want to sell to millennials. And I had to pipe up and I was like, none of you are even millennials. Yeah. You're trying to sell to me and everything you're saying is just a snooze fest.
Yeah.
I'm dying here. So I think they kind of appreciated a bit of like the
youthful,
the
different perspective
flavor I could bring to that meeting.
I feel like every single business on this main street that our office is on has been influenced by you in some way. You just like randomly do it. Like you're at a coffee shop, you're like, oh, you guys should do this, or like you're at a restaurant, you're like, you know, this would be better, whatever. You guys should have this.
Good at that stuff. I like that
you're
stuff.
always like. You're really good at that kind of like seeing the little details in the bigger picture still. Like,
I thought I told you that. I don't even know where we were going. I don't even know where we were going originally. You just started laughing.
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I don't know what the story was.
What were we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I think I was bringing that up because in that meeting, everyone had to go around and do their intros.
Right. Oh,
and everyone's
being
intro.
called a YouTuber.
Everyone's intro was so.
Right.
Oh, I'm the Ward 7 chairman of this thing, and nothing. I didn't understand anything. It got to me, and I just said, "Oh, everything everyone said so far, I don't understand. I make videos for the internet. I'm a YouTuber." I was like, "Yes, that's a real job."
Can you just vlog one of these meetings, please?
That's funny. So that's like in those instances, like I just said it because there was only.
Yeah.
No one was. I wasn't in a situation where people were going to dive into what I did. So I'm a YouTuber. I make videos for the internet.
Yep.
Yeah. That's kind of how I just summed it up.
Sense.
But all of that to say, it's never been something that I've been embarrassed about or ashamed of. I'm actually very proud of it. And it's the people are always asking me what the next step is. Yeah. What's next, man? What's next? I'm like, no, I've arrived.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. The next step is I'm done.
Yeah.
like the next step is
disappearing from
I'm going to get in that Tesla truck and drive to the woods.
Yeah.
Not the Tesla
live
truck,
off the grid.
Yeah.
Have your own solar panels and fish for your own food. And
I always joke with people, once I decide to retire, I want to get somebody that works at the government and have my entire online footprint removed.
Just deleted.
Just deleted.
Hey, FBI.
Can I tell you a story? There's a weird, like, there's just a dream of mine. Okay. This is really weird.
This is going to get real weird.
And it happened like 8 years ago. I was walking in Brooklyn with a bunch of the employees with my old job. Mm-hmm. And I got a phone call. It's my wife, and I was talking to her on the phone. So this is part
of the dream?
No, this is real life.
Real life. Okay.
I'll clarify.
Okay.
So we're in Brooklyn, walking down the street.
Real life.
My wife calls.
Yeah.
What's up? I trail a little bit back, so I'm not like chatting with her in amongst like a bunch of people.
Right.
So I'm like maybe 20 paces behind them. Mm-hmm. And in that moment, no one stopped to look back to see where I was or anything like that. And that's fine. Maybe no one was thinking about it. But I remember saying to Janice, like, no, I could just duck into an alley right now. And I played this out to her. I'm like, where are you? I'm like, oh, it's in Brooklyn. Where's everyone else? They're like way up. Like they're not even looking back. You know what I could do?
You know what I could do?
just slide into an alley. No one would ever know. I could double back to the Airbnb, grab all my things, make my bed, because that would be what's really weird. Make the bed. I'll get back to that. Come home, delete my Instagram, delete my website, change my number. We move.
Please tell me you did all this.
I'm like, we move, and what would happen is they would look back. Oh, where's Pete? They wouldn't find me anywhere. They'd call me. Numbers disconnected. They'd go back to the Airbnb. Stuff's gone. Bed is made. Super, super weird, right? The bed being made.
Oh my gosh.
Very
It'd be
interesting.
so trippy.
Very interesting detail. Then they call Janice. Her number's gone. House. Oh, they don't even live there.
They call you.
Instagram. User does not exist. Bam. They never hear from me again. The story I would have provided those people with for the rest of their
that
lives.
Peter guy?
It might have been like
just disappeared.
I think that's awesome. Like,
Can you please fulfill that?
Can you imagine
someday?
just tomorrow you came to the office and you're like, I haven't seen an upload from Pete in a few weeks because I haven't uploaded it for a week. I just didn't upload this week. And we'll get into that.
Totally fair.
And you went to my channel, but it was gone. And then you checked my Instagram and it was gone.
Wait, YouTube's down? Instagram's down too?
Imagine you checked everything and then you called, my number wasn't there. And like,
Okay, now you're scaring me.
and then Kirk was gone. Like, and you just never heard from me ever again.
I like everything except
fascinating.
I like everything except if I couldn't call you up and hang out. I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah.
Peter's gone?
But you would randomly be grocery shopping one day and someone would just bump into you and hand you a letter and be like, he's waiting in the parking lot. You'd be like, what? And I'd be sitting there,
8 years later.
with a huge beard.
Driving a Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah, driving a Tesla Cybertruck. I would put like the Ford Raptor logo on the front of it.
Yeah.
And then that would just, I'm not going to do any of those things. But I've played that scenario out in my head a few times thinking like, could you actually just delete your entire existence online?
I don't know.
Could it even be done? Like, what if you knew someone
nowadays?
At like the highest level of cyber government
That'd be really
stuff?
interesting. That's like a documentary we should make. We should make that documentary right now.
erase
Can we
yourself?
delete ourselves?
Can I delete me?
Is it possible?
Yeah.
That'd be actually
I'm genuinely
really
interested in that.
documentary.
Could it be done in 2019? Just remove everything. You Google Peter
Everything.
McKinnon and it's just other
Nothing
people
shows up.
named Peter McKinnon, not me.
I'm gonna say it's impossible right now, but
Yeah,
I'm
these are the things
really
I think
concerned.
about on the drive-in. I'm like, wouldn't it be weird?
Okay, let's go way back. 3 years ago, almost not to the day, but like a couple months off, or not even a couple months. We both started doing YouTube. You started in 2016 December, was it?
Yeah.
And I started 2017 January 1st. I think that's when I like posted my I'm gonna
Doing
start
this.
YouTube thing. What's it been like? Where do we start even?
Well, I don't think I had as much white hair. I'll start
You
there. Actually, no, I'm serious.
It's like Barack Obama when he started as
Yeah.
president, and then after it's like, holy crap.
To clarify, I've always had a lot of white hair. Since I was like 19, I've had white, gray
Okay, so
hair.
it's not because of YouTube.
No, my dad's hair was completely full white when he was 28. I'm 33.
When I
So
met you, you looked like Jesus.
I had long hair, yeah.
Actually, no, you didn't have that long a hair yet. You
I
were
had
just
I had cut it off and I was growing it back.
Yeah, you were in
Yeah.
you were in like the first stages of.
But I
growing
will say, like,
back.
it has considerably gotten whiter since this job.
Why are we talking about your hair when we're talking about YouTube?
Because this job is way more stressful and
Right.
fills me with anxiety than I had ever imagined it would.
It is a very interesting beast.
And that's not to say that I feel it's negative and I don't like this job and it's horrible, but it does stress me out and gives me anxiety.
And I don't think people on the, because I feel completely the same, but I don't think people and me
Handle
before,
it better than I do.
maybe, I don't know. But I don't, even looking in before I started YouTube, I was like, oh, these guys are just living the dream, like just chilling, traveling once in a while, making videos when they want to.
The facade from the outside
Yeah.
is insane.
And it doesn't seem like a lot of work from the outside.
No.
It seems very easy
How
and
could that
casual.
even be work?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, these guys
course.
just hang out. Like they just go travel somewhere and just hang out.
Which is part of the fun of watching the videos because I don't necessarily want to be. When I watch these things, I just want to. It's entertainment. I just want
of course.
I want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to watch a movie in the theater, but see all the work that goes into it and like
Yeah.
these actors. I just
How
want to watch
hard
the
that
movie.
one shot was.
I just want to watch it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
tell me the story. So
yeah.
that's cool, but it's the same. There's tons of things involved behind the
Yeah.
scenes. It's an iceberg, right? You see the tip from the water underneath, massive.
Yeah.
Massive behind the scenes.
So going back 3 years ago, we started our channels, and I think both of our channels took off fairly quickly. I mean, I think both of us had some like random videos from before, right? Like I had a few travel videos. My channel was called Travel Feels back in the day.
I remember.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, it was great.
I actually, I missed it.
Great name. Loved that name.
Are you making fun of me, Peter?
I much prefer your actual name.
I do also.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like, I didn't think people would, my last name is so unique.
But you also
and
never
long.
expected it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Me neither.
And backstory is actually like the original Travel Feels as like me and another Instagrammer started it.
Right.
And then he fell off pretty quickly. Like he was like, oh no, I actually don't want to put everything into this. I want to do my own thing. And so then I was just like, oh, I'm going to do it by myself. And so like, that was kind of the backstory, because then it would have been weird if it was just my name and I was doing it with somebody else. But going back, what did it feel like for you when it's like you made that first, what was your first video? The 90 seconds?
8 camera hacks in 90 seconds.
8 camera hacks. So what did it feel like when nobody really knew you, nobody knew us, and then it like, all of a sudden things start happening?
I don't think I ever have stopped to really think about it.
Well, now's the time.
Yeah, like it's never just been one moment. It's just been like this progression. It's like life has just gradually changed. It hasn't just like hard stopped.
Yeah.
Things along the way, like you get recognized more and more, and then like weird things happen. And but I don't think.
Do you remember the excitement though? Like I remember when
the video. So with that video specifically, I sent that video, and I've told this in a bunch of talks that I've given. Like
you sent it out,
sent
right?
it out to like everyone I possibly could, every web. I emailed it to like
blogs and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I remember Christmas shopping, because it was like in December, and it was at like 89,000, and I was like, oh, he's gonna hit 100, and I just wanted to hit 100 so bad. I don't know why. It just was like, I just really wanted to hit 100, and then like 3 days later, it was at like 200, and I was like, oh, and then it just kept growing and growing and growing, and then I made more and more videos, and then.
They kept going.
And before you know it, 3 months had passed. When we went on that trip to Italy, I was still working at the other job. Yeah. I had to ask my boss for time off so that you and I could go on this trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we met, I think it was.
We met while I was supposed to be working. And you're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I should be at home right now working.
I should be working.
And you're like, dude, just quit. And I was like,
That was probably my first thing I told. Like, I was like, you should probably just quit your. I think you're pretty set now, like with this YouTube thing. Focus on that.
That was the moment where I was actually able to. Everyone knows this about me. My whole life, I've wanted to just be my own boss and do my own thing, work for myself. The moment like I quit and fully realized that goal, that was probably, and still is, one of the biggest shocks. Is like, wow, I'm doing this and it's working, and I am a YouTuber now. Like, this is real life. Yeah. This is happening. I got to take this seriously. This isn't just running around vlogging things that are fun, which it is, but on the back end of that, like, I need to be a businessman now. I need to take this seriously, and this is happening.
Yeah.
And it's been like that since the beginning. And I always say a funny thing, like, you work so hard to not have a boss, and I'm probably the worst boss to myself than any boss ever was to me.
I think that's probably the hardest thing about this whole YouTube world, is that you are your own boss. That's like the best thing, and also the hardest thing.
But you forget that constantly.
And so I think just the other day we were talking about, like, it's so weird. I had this idea, like, that essentially we could do whatever we want. Like, yeah, within reason, but like, you can make videos when you want. There's nobody telling you have to make a video today. You get to decide that. Nobody tells you what video you need to make. You get to decide that. But we still put these like constraints on. We put ourselves in this like box that like, no, I have to do 2 videos a week or whatever you decide. I have to make a tutorial or whatever your videos are. Like, I have to do these things. And if you don't, then it's like the world's gonna end, right? Like, if you come out of that box, like it's over. Or something.
I came out of that box June 1st. So June 1st, just a week. Yeah, June 1st. The first half of the year, we always start pretty strong. Yeah, just because it's the new year and you're like
New Year's resolutions.
To go, and you're like, let's go. I was doing 3 videos a week every single week, consistent 3 videos, and that's a lot.
That's a lot,
especially for like, I'm just trying to make them as highest quality as I possibly can. 3 videos a week. June came, and I made the decision because it was just getting stressful, and I was like, let's go down to 2 videos a week. that's just, and then we'll ride that out for the rest of the year. And then when January comes back, we'll go back to 3, and we'll kind of like, we'll really pack it in the first year or the first half, and the second half we'll just kind of relax a little more until like all the holidays come, and then we're done.
Yeah.
But then I did 2 videos a week until probably just before the end of summer. And that's when things started to kind of just get a little out of control as far as uploading goes.
Just too much stuff.
I started taking on the extra projects like the documentary. I started dealing with this office. I started dealing with wanting to make higher quality content. And then the stress and the pressure of trying to continue to make 2 videos a week just like manifested to a point where I was like, I can't keep up with myself. So now like this week, specifically when we're recording this, it's Friday. I haven't uploaded anything this week, but it's not even that I made the decision not to upload and just like collect myself. I fought myself every single day of this week, still trying to make something.
Yeah, so I remember you came to the office the other day and you're like,
yeah,
I got to make this video. And you're like, I'm not really feeling it though right now. Like,
yeah, so I didn't make it.
Super hyped on it, but or like the idea
and
that
that's
you
why
had
I
at
didn't
that time.
make it.
Yeah.
But like I didn't just allow myself to take the week.
Yeah.
I didn't just say, okay, cool, man. Like just think about it at the end of the week and just chill and relax and try to take some time for yourself to get your creativity back.
Yeah.
I wrestled with myself every single day up until like today, where I'm going to make a video today.
Yeah.
For next week.
About something else that I'm
actually excited about for next week. But it was like, even though I didn't do anything, it was exhausting.
Yeah.
Because every single day I was just sitting here like,
I need to do this.
I'm not psyched on that. I don't want to just make it cause people will know and they'll see that. And I need to be excited about this if I want other people to be excited about this. And one of the comments that has bothered me since the beginning of this channel.
Oh, it's getting real now.
Is when people are just like, oh, he's clearly running out of ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, pal. You try this.
You try making 3 videos a week.
You try this
3 years
at like the highest quality you possibly can. Yeah. And when they're higher quality than my videos, and you have more subscribers, and you've beat Will Smith and have your own currency,
then your
then
comment
you can
is
come
valid.
at me and tell me you're running out of ideas. And that's me getting spicy.
We're getting
but
real.
that is like I don't read comments like I used to. When I met you, I was reading every single comment.
Tons of comments.
And they would I would take them all to heart. And I want constructive criticism. I welcome people telling me how I can be better.
But comments are not the best place for that.
They're not, no. There are great people in the comments.
Yeah, there are some.
But it only takes one asshole.
One just idiot.
To completely ruin your day.
Yep.
100 comments, this is amazing. 1 comment, dude's clearly running out of ideas.
And
sets you off.
Sets
you off. And it's just such a unfortunate aspect of this. So I think sometimes what bothers me about those, if I'm being honest, is that 1 comment is the truth. And that's what bothers me. Because it's like, he's clearly running out of ideas. I'm like, well, that's mean for saying it. That hurt my feelings. But because like I am struggling. It's been 3 years, man. Yeah. 3 videos a week. 3 years, hundreds and hundreds of videos. And you're by yourself.
Yeah.
It's just me coming up with this stuff over and over and over. And you try something new. Let me just jump into. I don't want
jump into
myself. It's so weird with this podcast.
I'm just gonna be quiet here. I'm just gonna back away.
This is such a weird dynamic. I could easily do that. You know this.
I know.
I wanted to say it. I'm not trying to. I don't want this to come off as I'm complaining about the job or I don't like.
If anybody's taking it like that, I think that's.
It's more of like these are the behind the scene realities of the whole fun looking job that we have.
No. This is like
it is fun.
It's not the dark side, but it's like the realities of what it's actually like.
This also exists. Yeah. This comes with it. So yeah, it's been difficult trying to figure out. I just need a break.
I think that's the hardest thing with like being your own boss and doing YouTube is there's never an end to the work. Yeah. There's never like, oh, I did all of this week's work. Like I can just go home and relax now. You always have to tell yourself that's enough, Matti. Like, that's enough. You did enough work. You didn't do everything, but that's enough work.
And you want to protect your own passion. Does that make sense? Like I want to protect my love for this craft.
Yeah, you don't want to burn out on it because you just did too much too fast.
I love it so much and I don't want to hate it. Yeah. I don't want it to become what magic unfortunately became for me. Still respect it,
Where
but
you
I
had
just
to take that break.
I can't even. It just get away from me. I
Yeah.
can't do it. So I don't want that to happen with this, and I'm not there. I'm not at that point.
No.
But I'm at the point where I know that I'm realizing I need to figure it out. There's like a crossroads.
Right.
And there's a crossroads with the type of videos I want to be making right now too. I'm conflicted with.
I think we're kind of on the same crossroads.
Yeah,
right
we've
now.
been talking
It's
about
very
this.
Similar. Yeah.
We're living the same life.
Yeah.
Exactly. I text you something, you're like, oh, I was just thinking that.
It's
Are
actually
we best friends?
It's so nice having somebody to talk to about this stuff
Yeah.
because YouTube is such a weird world. Still, a lot of people don't really understand what's going on
Yeah.
or what it's like. And so,
Imperative to have someone like you and other people that do the same thing, that are going through the same things in any job, in any facet of your life. But you're thinking the same thing. Maybe it's a bit of I don't know where I want to go with my content, but I know I don't want to keep doing the exact same things. I love teaching. I'm good at it. I'm blessed with a gift to be able to communicate my thoughts on software and how these things work to people. My mom's a teacher. My dad was a teacher. It's probably just my sister is a chef.
Your mom
not a teacher.
Taught at the high school that I went to. I just didn't know that.
Yeah, she taught at my school too.
Yeah.
That I went to. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
Way before we ever met, years before, 10, 20 years, whatever.
Wasn't your mom like my dentist or something?
Yeah. Not that worked at the dentist office or whatever,
So, what was I saying? My mind is like a fireworks show, and they just
sometimes it's
exploding
hard to keep up.
I don't even know how you keep up with me. Right. Talking about, you're thinking the same thing with regards to which content direction you want to go in. And I love teaching and I love doing tutorials.
We both do.
But I know in my heart, I don't want to make tutorials forever. And I have taught just about everything that I know. So when it comes to making a tutorial, it's got to be something that's new, or a new technique that I've just developed that I'm starting to teach.
Yeah.
But
you don't want to recycle the old things and just like repackage them into some new
I did
video.
my best on them, and I made them as awesome as I possibly could. I just don't have as much interest in like tomorrow sitting down and making a video about how to speed ramp.
Yeah.
Not to mention...
Whereas before, it might have been exciting because it was something like you were using or something like that. Oh, I'm going to make this video on speed ramping. I've been using it a lot.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of past there. Like, I don't want to make another video on speed ramping.
Also, 3 years have passed since we started this.
Things have changed.
There are a plethora of people now making the same videos.
Agreed. Yeah.
And the real like artsy artist comes out in me when I'm like, I can't be doing the same thing.
I want to be unique. I want to be different.
I got to walk the other way.
Yeah.
And I've always taught people that, like, hey, you get to a vantage point at a nice location and all the photographers are pointing that way, turn around.
Yeah.
Find
Try
a different
something
angle.
different,
Like just try.
Yeah. Stand out.
Yeah. Moraine Lake is actually a perfect example of that. Moraine Lake looks great. You turn around, awesome.
Yeah.
No one's looking that way either.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Look at this valley. This is insane. So when I see 100 videos on the same topic, even when new products come out and new techniques, new software, new products, new things, and there's tons of people cover it, which so they should, and that's cool.
Yeah.
If you're down to do it, go for it. But for me, I see that and I think, well, what's the point of me doing it now?
Yeah, everybody's already done it.
Matty just did it. Like, just watch his video.
Yeah.
Like, you just did a video on an aperture light, and in one of my last vlogs, I was like, this light is sick. Matty did a video on it, and whoop, you came up on my screen, and whoop, you slipped
that.
away. But I was like, what do I, like, you just did it. I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
And people that watch me probably watch you.
And it's still nice to get the different perspectives.
Right, I understand that.
I think, I think that one of the things that I underestimated is the creative energy that you have to put into a YouTube channel, and that you need to like somehow refill that creative energy. You can't just keep using it.
Yeah.
You somehow have to like
stop somewhere and
replenish
fill
it.
up.
Yeah.
Unless you drive a Tesla truck.
One of my friends, Jesse Senko,
you
he's
gotta
a
charge
director friend, super talented. He used it like a analogy of a well, and like, you know, the well will dry up if you're always just taking out of it, and you like somehow you have to fill it up. I don't remember what his way of filling it up was, but I think both of us have been talking about doing different kinds of content, more for, I guess, ourselves, and then through that, maybe doing some teaching or something like that.
I want to wrap it differently.
Yeah.
I think in finding a new way, you're obviously, there's going to be people who are like, no, never change.
Yeah, no.
I like you. You should never have even changed from travel fields.
Yeah, I miss the old travel fields.
Miss the old intro.
Yeah.
why don't you say what's up in all your videos anymore?
Yeah.
And it's like, I get that and I respect that. And that's like, you like that. But like people change and I'm growing up with my audience too. So I think you just kind of got to accept that the new videos you decide to make, the new direction, not everyone's going to be on board. But as long as you're loving it and putting everything you can into it, you'll either get new people or the people who are really your fans will stick around.
Yeah.
And the people who aren't, well, they were never going to stick around
They're
anyway.
idiots.
Yeah. The hell with them.
Yeah, I think
They're all driving Tacomas.
Peter loves Tacomas.
Love. I love Tacomas.
Tundras, Tacomas.
Tundra, please. I want to sell my Raptor for a Tundra.
I apologize for all of you.
If you're listening to this in a Tundra right now, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, YouTube is an interesting beast. And I still think it's like the infancy of the whole of YouTube creators on YouTube. And so I think everybody's just trying to figure it out as we go along. There is no like blueprint for how we can, look at it. What did people do and all that,
Oh yeah, it's the Wild West.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so we're just making it up.
Chris Ramsey told me this probably 2 years ago now. He was like, do you remember like sometimes when you go to upload a video, I would liken it to probably like the being series that you do.
Yeah.
Right before you post it, you're probably like you almost have butterflies. Like you're kind of nervous.
You're nervous. Yeah.
And
What are people going to think?
And you got some energy and you're like, he's like, if that feeling isn't in all your videos, you're probably not making the right videos or you're just doing it.
Interesting way of looking
You're
at
just
it.
doing it for the sake of going through the motions.
I just have to make this.
Right? Before I post mountains, the mountains won't remember me. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm so excited. I don't even care if this gets no views. I'm so proud of it.
I just want to put it
came
out
out
there.
so great. Publish.
Yeah. Yeah. And then other videos
great.
you might just like
upload, close the laptop, gone.
Like, I'm gonna go.
I got stuff to do.
I'm gonna go eat lunch now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't even really care to check in.
Yeah.
You're like, I hope it's doing well.
Yeah.
But like if it's not, I mean, on to the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of like what, in part, like you kind of have to do that with this job. But I want to get the butterflies before I upload every single time. And I want to do whatever I can do to make that as constant as, as much as possible. I want the butterflies before I hit upload every single time.
I don't think it's fully possible.
No, but I want to work
like
towards
YouTube.
it.
Yeah, I think for me, one of the things that I look at my videos and I'm proud of the channel and the brand and all that I've created, but it's hard for me to pick out single videos and be like, this is what I'm most proud about.
Oh, I can do that.
I feel like you've probably done a better job at this than I have. For me, I don't have as many of those as I want.
Like as many of your maybe hero pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's like tutorials and stuff that I'm super proud of and stuff like that. But if somebody was like, show me some of your best work, yeah, I'd be like, I
could probably handpick like 5.
Yeah, and 5 out of how many hundreds of videos you've.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's still a pretty small percent even for you, and you've done a better job than I have. So I think that's like. I mean,
when you really think about it like that, I've never even, you just like blew my mind a little bit.
Sorry.
Of the hundreds of videos I've done, I like 5 of them to actually show people.
And I don't want people to misunderstand. I think we like the videos we make. It's just if somebody was like, show me your best work, those are, which videos would you show?
I actually don't like any of my videos.
Yeah.
I always tell people that. They're like, what's your favorite? I'm like, I don't hate all my work.
None of them are good enough, essentially.
No, nothing's good enough.
Yeah.
But that's what kind of drives me to just constantly up my own game.
Yeah.
If I was just like super psyched on all my own stuff, I think 1, it would be weird. And then 2, nothing would improve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think your channel tends to grow really fast all of a sudden. And then you get thrown into this thing and you're like, I just got to feed the beast. And then you I think everybody kind of gets caught up in feeding the beast, and then they kind of lose track that I need to innovate myself, or I need to learn, or I need to try some new stuff, or you kind of just start doing the grind of like making videos, the things that worked and that you really liked, but then over time you're like, I kind of want to try something new now.
Yeah.
I want to go to the next level. Like, what's the next thing?
To go to the next level because everything you built is based on the level prior.
And because it came so quickly, you're thinking it might just come crashing just as quick.
Yeah, I always refer to it as a house of cards when people are like, take a break, man. I'm like, if I stop, the house of cards is going to tumble and it's so hard to make.
Everybody's going to unsubscribe.
Everyone's going to hate me and now I'm going to wake up tomorrow and...
Yeah.
And then you're like, finish that sentence. You're like, I'll wake up tomorrow and I guess I'll just wake up and...
Yeah, I guess
nothing will happen.
Doesn't actually really make a difference.
It should, so you want to last as long as possible.
Yeah. And then I think the other hard part about YouTube, we're talking about all the hard parts here. There's a lot of good things.
But the good things are easy. They're good things are easy. Like people know the good things.
Yeah, people see the good things.
That's what we put forth on social. Everyone puts forth
exactly
the good things
stuff,
or and even the fake stuff.
I guess that's why I'm bringing up the more difficult things. I think in the beginning, when you are getting that growth, everything feels so exciting. You get that first 10,000 or first 1,000, 10,000 subscribers. When you hit 100K, it's like, oh my gosh, this is working.
Yeah.
And then you get to well, for me, it's been the 300, 400, 500, doesn't make a difference that I'm at 700 versus 600.
Numbers mixed in the middle.
Yeah. I'm sure it's for you. It's people are like,
oh, you
3 million and 500,000,
like,
3 million and 700,000. It's like,
people are still subscribing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's great. Awesome. But it doesn't have that same effect of oh my gosh,
Yeah. I remember, dude, when I hit 50,000 subscribers, I went into my closet. That was my gear locker. Tiny little closet that I started in. People and to see what the gear locker is now is incredible. But I went into my gear locker and someone had gifted me a bottle of whiskey. And I never drink whiskey, right? We do when we go to super awesome places, but
take a couple sips.
And this was prior to all that, right? So I would never drink it. I poured it into this fat cup and I did a shot to myself in my closet when I hit 50K. I was like,
you would.
I'm like, I raced it to myself. To Peter. Dude, I was like, 50,000, man, keep going. Bam. And I was like, instantly came downstairs. It was midday, maybe even 1.
Just wasted from that one shot.
My wife was like, why do you smell like whiskey? And I was like, I was just shot in the closet.
To Peter.
She's like, why? I'm like, I was hit 50. It still felt like I was in my mouth. I was like, I hit 50K and I was just psyched. So I went upstairs and did a shot. So silly.
It's so good.
I think one of the things that I want to work harder to, and it's not to say I like to think I'm the same way in real life that I am in maybe a little more sarcastic in real life.
Yeah.
Calling things how they are.
Yeah.
But I think including more content that is everyday life and sometimes even maybe pieces that are about the hardships of YouTube. Because I guess just I've been even looking at my own work, trying to not criticize it in a negative way, but I am doing that. I look at my Instagram and it looks like a calendar.
Right.
It looks like a calendar you'd go buy at a bookstore.
It's just too perfect.
Yeah, dude, it's so robotic and commercial. Right. And I struggle with that because it's business and I'm a photographer. So I need to put my work out so people can see it. But my work as a photographer doesn't say anything about who I am or my life or my personality. It could be anybody posting those photos.
Right.
So I mean, you rely on the captions and stuff like that to try to get your voice through. So I like to think people can hear me saying what I'm typing.
Yeah.
But it's just even that, I want to work on those types of areas. And there's little things, little nuances sprinkled, if you will, throughout the channel that I want to work on.
If people only knew that all the little things we think of oh, I want to tweak this thing or
the amount of screenshots I've sent you, hundreds of my Instagram account.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
What do you think about this? I want to go more in this direction.
Does this work?
Yeah.
Is this color palette off to you? Is this too personal? Are these good enough? Are they not good enough? Do I look lazy?
See, for me, Instagram, I like Instagram in some ways, but then it also sometimes feels like it's just one more thing that I should do. Or if you hear water right now, it's just Peter pouring some of my
dirty fizz water.
Hey, don't call it that. Don't insult it.
I understand what you're saying. I know exactly where you're going. I started a TikTok account.
Did you?
I did.
Okay, I've been thinking about it, but it's just one more thing to keep up with, and I'm already so busy. Do I have time for this? I
just panicked and did it. I was like, you know what? I'll make this TikTok all about office stuff. So any nonsense at the office and shenanigans, it'll all be exclusive to TikTok. I still might do that Follow me on TikTok.
It's not a bad idea. TikTok.
At Peter McKinnon. Follow me on
At Matti
TikTok.
Haapoja.
But like, it's again, now I'm going to be like, hey man, does this TikTok look okay?
Yeah, yeah,
How's
yeah.
this tweet? How's this Instagram? Is this story going to work?
And maybe that's part of like the hardship of growing is like in the beginning it's all fun and games and you don't think about it as much.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
start an Instagram account. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. What should I do? Oh, I'm like this video, and then you just
It's
like
different.
You're having fun with it,
At the
and then you
beginning.
start thinking like, oh, is this video gonna get more views than this one? Oh, what title is the best? And you start like nitpicking everything about everything.
Should I post at this time?
Yeah, is this the
on
right
this day?
time? Why did this video do so
I
bad?
think now, like, let's look at this TikTok thing, for example. Yes, I want to use it and I want to maybe use it for that. I think maybe even if I was like trying to get deep with myself, it would be like I downloaded it out of fear.
yeah, you don't want to miss out, right?
Yeah, it's like
Wasting an opportunity.
Do I need to be on this? Do I need to stay in front of people? Do I need to stay?
100%.
And like, that's not the right reason to
Yeah.
download an app to use. Like, because that means you're only using it out of like a fear-based
FOMO
principle of you thinking you're going to be irrelevant or something.
Yeah.
So you need to hop on. Like, I will not dance on TikTok, FYI.
I want to see that.
So far, all I've seen on TikTok are people dancing. Is that what it is?
I mean, I've done some like, I'm curious about the whole world of TikTok, and yeah, I just keep getting a lot of these. Like, it's the same thing over and over again.
Dude, what if it was just me dancing every single time? You'd love that.
It would be incredible.
It'd be like better than all my other accounts.
Your TikTok would become your main account.
Just start dancing. It's like, so let's talk about the pivot in your career. Well, it's when I decided to download TikTok and dance.
I don't know why I started dancing.
I was just trying to dance out my feelings, and then that's now my brand. I dance my feelings out on TikTok.
I used to be a magician, then I was into cameras. Now I just dance. Yeah, but that's exactly what it is. It's like it's the fear of missing out. You know, you feel like, oh, I got everybody else is doing it. Maybe this is the next big thing. Maybe YouTube's gonna die and I gotta diversify.
What was that other thing that everyone downloaded and then deleted within 24 hours?
Yeah, what was that? I don't even remember what it's called.
Venmo? No, that's how you pay people.
Vero? Is that what it is?
That's what it was.
That's what it is. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Lol.
Everybody was also like,
Rest
get
in
on that,
peace.
get on that. We're gonna miss out. And then it was like garbage.
I remember their thing was like true social. I'm like, I don't think you can even put those words together. That's why I've always thought Dodge Ram was interesting. Sorry.
We apologize to all the
I
listeners.
can't help myself. I do like Ram trucks though.
We need to have like some sort of disclaimer or something like that. We apologize to all the
trucks Peter likes are all of them except for the Tacoma. It's true. It's the truth.
Yeah.
So
YouTube
moving
is
forward, what are you
interesting.
going to do? Where are you going? 2020. Where's Maddie going?
2020. I think
Good. 2020. It sounds
sounds
fun
like
to say.
it feels like Cybertruck. The future. The year
2020. I'm calling
Matti
it.
Haapoja.
2020. Maddie's going to be in a Tesla.
You think so?
I mean, it's like the Ford Raptor with me. You've been talking about it for 100 years.
I will neither confirm nor deny these allegations. I
You'll cave.
I gotta say I love them. Even the Cybertruck right now, I'm kind of liking it.
If you roll up in a Cybertruck, I'll vomit.
I'm gonna wait for the Cybertruck. It's gonna be like years, but I'm gonna wait for the Cybertruck.
You know how funny you'd look coming out of a Cybertruck? I can just imagine this big,
this
like
has
a
to happen now.
low angle, wide, right? Low, wide, bam, huge Cybertruck pulls up.
80s music in the background.
I was going to make the sound of gas guzzling like a diesel truck. But
none of that.
It would just sound like this. No, it would sound like this.
You're not making any noise.
And then the door opens and just Maddie pops out with your little hat. Your little rolled cuffs on the bottom of your pants.
Still got him. 2020,
your little
2023. Whenever
ripped
that
jeans.
Cybertruck comes out.
Hey guys, Maddie here. Just cruising in the Cybertruck.
I love your impressions of me.
You're gonna go drive this thing around. Here we go.
I think that's my life goal now is to get a Cybertruck someday, just so I can pull up.
So that's your 2020 plan.
Your truck with a Cybertruck.
How's that gas bill going there, Pete?
Yeah,
I have the anti.
I can
I have the
I
anti
can tow
Tesla.
you while you're flooring it the other way.
Yeah. Because that happens all the time.
Yeah, that's real world use. 2020, I think I want to get away from the idea that consistency is posting 2 videos or 3 videos a week. I want to get to the point where consistency is like, always coming up with ideas. And if I have a good idea that I want to do, I'm going to make that video. And not because I need a Monday video. I need a Wednesday video. So that's like the one thing. And I think the other thing is my goal always, when I started YouTube, it was always to build a platform that I could eventually make content that I'm super proud of, whether it's documentaries or some sort of narrative series or feature film or something like that. All of those things, I want to make them, and I want to make them the way that I want to make them. I don't want somebody else to come at me and say like, I have this idea. Like, do you want to play a small role in it? No, like I want to bring in the people and like make stuff. And I think 2020 now I'm getting to that point where I have this platform. I have a lot of connections with brands and people that want to work together. I know a lot of people now, and financially I'm doing pretty well. So like I have the opportunity now to move into that, like space. The ultimate goal of why I wanted to start this YouTube channel. Obviously, I still want to teach and do behind the scenes stuff. Like if I'm making a narrative series, like, or a short film, like I want to show you guys the audience, the behind the scenes of what it took to make that and the hardships of that. Like, and like, I guess teaching a little bit of a different way, and then, fulfill the ultimate goal of this, I think.
It sounds like a cop-out, but that is identical to everything I want to do.
We are twins.
I mean, it's
in
the
YouTube.
same. It's probably why we get along so well, because we're in the same wavelength like that. But those are exactly the things I want to do as well. And I just I'm into so many weird things too. Like I want to make time for those. I'm designing like my own jewelry line of stuff. Like I want to make time for things like that. I have
some other companies that I'm working on right now too.
Right. So I want to be able to have time to do that stuff where I don't feel like something's suffering because I'm putting it somewhere else.
Yeah. And I don't want the stress of like, I need a Monday video, but I spend so much time on the new documentary I'm working on, and then I feel bad. And like, I don't want to feel bad about making the content that I know would be the best for my channel in the end,
It's hard to just cast aside the views and the algorithm and all of that and be like, I'm just going to create.
And to the point where I'm okay, like to this point in my career, every single year I've made a little bit more money or some amount of more money than the last year. It's continuously grown. And I'm okay if 2020 is the year that I make less money, because I didn't make necessarily as many videos that I know are going to get good views, or like maybe I do less brand deals because I want to focus more on making the really high quality. I want to make a series on YouTube that like, that I put out every week or something like that. Like I want to focus on that instead of doing this or that, to make more money. Because there's certain things that we know will make more money for us.
Of course.
And then certain things that we just want to make because we want to make them. It's not going to maybe get as many views, but I think it's something important that I want to get out there or whatever it is.
And those are ultimately things that like just build your integrity and your character and your skills.
Yeah. But it's hard letting go of that. Like, because as soon as if you're not doing as well as you did the previous year, maybe your views are down, you're not getting as many subs, or you made less money than last year. Is that the end? Is that the beginning of the end? Like that's the fear, right? It's like, all right, well, it's been good, You know
what I would love to make right now?
What?
Coffee.
Oh, I don't drink coffee, so
that's me kind of saying I'm leaving.
I will come hang out with you for the coffee, like I always do. Like I always do.